My year of sports photography started on January 1st, New Year's Day, with Arsenal's Olivier Giroud scoring one of the most amazing goals I've ever snapped. The Frenchman's scorpion goal even won him FIFA's Goal of the Year. What a way to start 2017. But of course, this year has been full of incredible sport and with it, some sublime images. There was the big grudge fight between David Hay and Tony Bellew, and domestic football trophies won by Manchester United and Chelsea, while Huddersfield were promoted to the Premier League. I started getting ready for the Winter Olympics by photographing our Olympians as early as May, with British short track speed skater Elise Christie the focus. The World Athletics Championships were a great success for Mo Farah, while the party-ending race with Usain Bolt versus Justin Gatlin certainly drew a crowd. And then there was Harry Kane securing England's place in the 2018 World Cup finals in Russia. Check out my pictures of the year below. Arsenal vs Crystal Palace was my first game of the new year. Working while sick with flu, feeling like a you-know-what. But life has to go on as the chief sports photographer for The Sun. This snap was taken on a Canon 1DX Mki with a 70.200mm lens. David Hay vs Tony Bellew was the big grudge match fight of the year at London's O2. Hay horrifically injured his Achilles during the fight, and in round 11 Hay was knocked out of the ring before the fight was stopped. This image was taken on a Canon 1DX with a 14mm lens. I always look forward to the FA Cup and working with the smaller clubs, with the lower league sides taking on the big boys. My job for the day was working alongside Adebayo Akinfenwa of Wycombe Wanderers. The size of the lad worked superbly for this exclusive picture as he donned his beast mode hat with the sunlight going down. In the dying minutes of the League Cup final between Manchester United and Southampton, it was all square at Wembley Stadium. But Zlatan Ibrahimovic scored to make it 3-2 to United, as this dramatic low-angle picture taken with a remote camera captured the goal perfectly. Taken on a Canon 1DX with a 24mm 1.4 lens with Pocket Wizard controllers to fire the camera. Leicester's brave hopes of making the Champions League semi-final against Sevilla were ultimately left unfulfilled. During the clash, Jamie Vardy showed his sheer frustration after being clean through on goal. And missing. He punches himself in the face with a perfect right hook to the chin. Any boxer would have been proud of this KO punch. Picture taken on Canon 1DX with a 300mm lens. It's the transfer story the entire league is talking about. Alexis Sanchez to Manchester City. In this snap, Pep Guardiola gives the Chilean forward a cheeky, knowing grin after their Premier League showdown. Could Sanchez be on the way on a free hit that, next summer? It was the final day of the season. As champions Chelsea went up against relegated Sunderland. After the game, Diego Costa and Willian snapped a selfie apiece using fans' camera phones. Here, I caught them in the act with a snap of my own. It may well be one of the most high-pressure situations in football. The Championship playoffs final. But victorious Huddersfield Town manager David Wagner celebrated his famous victory with his players during the presentation of the trophy. What a sight to behold that was. When you go to the Boxing for the Sun, it's not just the big fight you have to cover. It's the blood and spit of the undercard fights. This showdown in particular, between Daryl Williams and Jermaine Smile, for the English super middleweight belt proves that fact. This, in my mind, is the perfect boxing picture. Taken on a Canon 1XMK with a 24.70mm lens. For me, Wimbledon is usually all about Andy Murray, Roger Federer and the likes. But in 2017, it was Dustin Brown who caught my eye. The low sun shone through his dreadlocked hair and I knew this light would only last for a couple of minutes. So I got the perfect snap and taken on a Canon 1DX MKIE with a 500mm lens. Mo Farah won his third consecutive gold in the 10,000 meters at the World Athletics Championships at London Stadium. In this carbon copy of his stunning race from the London 2012 Olympics, the stadium was deafening, and the picture was just as good. Taken on a Canon 1XMK with a 500mm lens. Another image from the IF World Athletics Championships here, from the London Stadium. Scottish runner Laura Muir lay slumped on the track for several seconds after finishing 7th in a tough race. This iconic image was taken just 3 days after being agonizingly squeezed out of 1,500 meters bronze. My final image from the IF World Athletics Championships on day 2. Here, Justin Gatton gate crashes Usain Bolt's farewell party to win the 100 meters. Gatlin won the race and went down on one knee in front of Bolt, but the Jamaican turned away with a cheeky smile. The picture says it all. Taken with a Canon 1DX MKIE with a 70.200mm lens. My final pick of the year entry is of man of the moment Harry Kane during England vs Slovenia. During the World Cup qualifier, Tottenham ace Kane scored in the final minute to win the game and send England to the World Cup finals in Russia.